Well, hello everyone, welcome to Daily Alpha Trash Piece of Player. It's me, Sean. Good to have you here. I'm actually just sitting here, kind of post for a little bit quest, kind of just, honestly, just sitting back. It's been a long day. Yeah, wanna hear something? Fuck Daily Alpha Trash PC Player, dude. I'm fucking mental. I've been losing my mind today. Now, why am I losing my mind today? Let me explain to y'all. So, put it simply, I've been trying to get through most of the quests in WUWA. To see if I could kind of get some gems pre the patch, but I could not get through enough of them, so I wasn't able to manage that. So that is kind of a sad part. But what ended up happening is that I've never made more videos in one singular day than today. Now the question is, how many have I made so far? Oh god, dude, you... Alright, so where do we start? So, yesterday, was technically Wednesday. Today is Thursday still, but I started around Wednesday. Wednesday, I finished up, next week's, Tartarus Thursday, for next week. So I started there. After that, I actually finally finished up the voiceover of Part 8 of the Runacita storyline. Now, again, that's not just kind of the end-all be-all, but to tell you the whole story, that's two things already. I then, after a couple hours, because I had to leave my phone charging, which is this one right now, and I'll be honest with y'all, so I actually tested how much this one lasted, like 100%. It lasted about 3 hours or so, with WUWA playing at pretty decent settings, so it was pretty good. But, more than anything, right? I played... I did that, which took an hour. I did the other thing, which took another, like, an hour just of me voiceovering over. And again, I enjoyed my entire time. It kind of did actually help me catch up with everything realistically where I was at this point. And I will be continuing this next week. Because I still have a lot, and I mean this genuinely, I still have a lot to catch up to for up until I can actually get to Yang Ying's story quest. Because I still have to do Star Wars Academy, and then we got Mengzhou next. Which is crazy, because I'm about ready to lose my shit. But, I've had, honestly, this has been one of the most wonderful days so far, albeit it has been genuinely probably one of the most tiresome of my entire, just, YouTube time. Because I made those two so far, right? Then I proceeded to sit down to do 3 hours of content around 3 in the morning, or like 1 in the morning. I finished that up, so this one's being recorded a little bit after, I took a bit of a break. And it was more of a forced break. Now, why was it a forced break? I was waiting for everything to update. I finished up most of my story quests. I still have not done my dailies for, Demons in Shadow, and I think I might get to them after I do some summons on here, and after I get, well, I say after I get, after I summon on WUWA, and after I do this Daily After Trash Beach Player. Now I will be doing that the summons right after this one. It will be done on my phone as well. 'Cause on my PC I don't think it looks quite as good, but it should be fine. But primarily, I still have work to do, dude. I still have 2 videos. Is it 2 videos?
It tastes good.
I still have another video to pop out, and then tomorrow and Saturday I got another one to pop out. For Bleach Saturdays, because that's kind of just coming out soon as well, but that's like 2 things I gotta do as well. I will be doing the Saturday one on Friday as well, and I might see if I can get not necessarily like a head start, but just, we'll see if I can get started on the on the one for Sunday on Friday as well, because I do get out of work at 9 or so that's kind of one thing. But yeah, and honestly, I've been really getting into like just recording and uploading videos. I have them all basically ready. A lot of them are not quite ready yet, but we're kind of in the works, as I said. Definitely a lot of work. I'm excited. And I kind of, in all honesty, I kind of gave up with like, I'm trying not to be super loud when I'm recording, but I kind of, and I've gotten kind of lucky that my parents I think have been sleeping, which is kind of the main thing. But in all honesty, I just got this drive, man. It's been too exciting, and hopefully tomorrow I don't actually get carried away with playing too much Marvel Rivals, because I also have an update to kind of play around with tomorrow a little bit. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing with, with it because it starts at 7 or so, and I have to download the update and then I have to download the shaders. So that's one thing. So I don't know if I'll double up tonight and do the Bleach Saturdays to tomorrow. I think I will do some of the. I will be doing the PvP stuff I need to do, so I don't actually have to really think about it because I've been playing it a good bit this week. Not as much as I feel like I could. But that's because this week has just been filled with like, hey, I'm trying to catch up with WUWA, and that's been brutal. It's been genuinely like 7 hours of just straight up Wuthering Waves content. The game asked me, hey, are you sure you want to take a break? You've been playing this game for 3 hours straight. I got that message twice. So that was kind of something. But more than anything, I am pretty excited. Well, yeah. This is kind of what I'm working on. On Thursdays, I'm kind of working on a lot of stuff. I think I will be uploading once a week. I think I'm gonna be uploading some of the stuff on Saturdays and Sundays. I think, or not Saturdays. I think I'm uploading it on Sunday. After I make sure that the titles are correct. But the one for part 8 is already done, so that will be coming out. I think, hopefully on Sunday. Then I will be kind of finishing up that one next week, and then I'll be uploading the one that I have ready because I have 3 videos that are pretty long on that one. So they'll be coming out over the next few weeks. And after that, after a couple weeks of just, not necessarily a couple weeks, but after a couple of hours of just kind of getting through that, the plan is to basically try to see if we can get to Star Wars Academy once we finish up the what I believe is a story section with Augusta. And then we're gonna get to Star Wars Academy, go through the Emeth quest, the Linnae quest, not necessarily like the full story quest, or not their I don't know if they have like a specific quest for them. But hopefully we can get through that, and after that we should be landing on Yang Yang's story quest. And it is a lot. I didn't want to get through them like this fast, but I'm gonna be so for real. I am hopeful that I'm gonna get somewhere, and I wish I genuinely wish I could see this on my PC at the scaling that I have on my monitor, which is 1440p, and that I could record it as much as I want to. But in all honesty, life has not really been letting me do that, and especially with the amount of events that have been going on, I've been missing out on too much. I've genuinely been missing out on way too much. Next up would be La Haroy. We're kind of almost... Was this next up Runacida? We have not actually finished up Runacida. At least from my perspective, right? So, after that one would be Cloud Riders. Oh, okay. But, yeah, I still got like a lot of these things to kind of do or get through, and like... I'm excited. I'm pretty tired, but more than anything, I'm loving WUWA right now. Like, and honestly, it really just kind of brought me back. It really just kind of brought me back. And like, here's the thing: I didn't want to invest the time into it, not because I didn't want to play it, but because I didn't want to play it in like a way I didn't want to. Right? And at the end of the day, it's kind of like one of those things with like not necessarily work, but if I'm trying to do this, not necessarily for a living, that'd be nice, but I doubt it. More as a hobby, like as a completionist kind of prospect, right? I have to play through a lot of this, and it's kind of long. It is genuinely just been long. It has been enjoyable when I play a story quest, but dude, I have way too much to catch up on. It actually has been very long. And I knew over time story quests were gonna get longer and longer. They do end up coming out like around 3 hours a pop for story events, which is understandable. They should be pretty long. 3 hours should kind of keep you going for a couple of days, ideally. Like, hey, I can't really do this right now. We'll kind of get through 30 minutes, then kind of go over the like the next couple of days, and you kind of really sit with it. Because that's the idea. Thankfully, I have one of those things where not necessarily I have a photo. I wouldn't say I have a photographic memory, but I definitely really enjoyed like the story. Like I could binge watch something and I can just let it sit. And there's been a lot of moments that I've truly been enjoying it in this game. And it just reminded me that I think Wuthering Waves is probably one of the best games I've just ever played so far. Not necessarily because of the story, albeit it's really good. Not necessarily in the beginning, but that's kind of beside the point. I think at least from a story perspective, there's a lot of things that I like. My two top games right now, not necessarily so much fun as it is just story. The stories has its moments. It definitely felt like the most recent one did, like the WUWA story quest, essentially the main quest, right? That one was kind of like a fucking mind trip. But after a while, they kind of did stop basically getting in the haze of things and just said a lot of things up front, and I was genuinely like, wow, okay. They just kind of hit me with reality on some shit, and it just kind of hurt here and there. And actually, they have to sit down for a minute after, like, I finished the WUWA request, which some of you Wuthering Waves players, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, because this one, I'm still sitting here. I'm still sitting here after 10 hours. And I don't want to leave, dude. I honestly just want to sit here for a minute and just sit. I'm still stuck there, man. It's been a minute. And I think this is one of those things that I just couldn't really sit down and enjoy it. Like, it's one of those things where, like, imagine going to the movies. It's not the same experience versus just sitting down and watching it in like, your TV. It's not the same experience. It is a difference in scale, which, again, I definitely felt. And, again, I'm not necessarily not saying that, but I definitely wish I'd had the cinema experience that everybody else had, for those of you that kind of are playing that where you are. But we'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me on Friday. Again, I will be summoning past this, but I think I will be actually uploading this at 9 p.m. today, so or tomorrow, technically, or I guess on Friday. So when this comes out at 9, in a bit, I should be releasing my summons for Yang Yang. Hopefully this will go well. If not, well, you'll have the first first dib on seeing if I fail or not. But thank you for joining me. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. For those of you who enjoy your weekend, I have work in the next not a couple hours, but I have them at 12 tomorrow, so I have work to do still, and it's been kind of nice. Hope you guys enjoyed this Friday, and thank you for joining me in the LF of Trash Play today. See you guys next week. Have a good one. Stay solid, and bye-bye. Oh, by the way, I say see you guys next week. You guys feel free to comment down below. I'm a small channel. I will reply to your comments fairly often than not, unless you kind of just confuse me and have something else. But feel free to comment. Obviously, let me know which thoughts are. Have a good one. Stay solid. And what is that line? Hold on, give me a second. I need to pull it up. You know, I kept looking actually through it, and I think the best way to leave it like that is really not to say anything, actually. We'll leave it there. Thank you guys for joining me. It actually just did. I had to sit down and just kind of watch through some of the Reddits and just it kind of hit me again. But thank you for joining me. I could not find the line. I had it on at some point, but it did kind of hit me hard. So I'm gonna sit down and think a little bit more. But I'm still here. And have a good one. Stay solid, and bye bye.